Hi, Mason here. Just wanted to go through a quick notice update for leveling if you wanted to level with this build. The main key thing is that this patch note for Mortar Cannon is a lot more significant than I originally thought it would be. And so you should not play Mortar Cannon for your cluster grenade setup because it feels absolutely awful. If you want full walkthrough leveling, I have a video that I'll link in the description below that I did before for League Start plans. And that covers full leveling. And I will put this POB that's been updated into this description. But the general idea is that previously you would be using cluster grenade in a Mortar Cannon, and you'll be placing the Mortar Cannon to get around the long cooldown for cluster grenade. But with this patch they put, Mortar Cannon takes around 2 seconds to shoot after you place it, which feels absolutely awful for clear. So in my opinion, drop the Mortar Cannon, just self-cast the cluster grenade, so use it yourself. And I've updated my POB, which will be in the description below for leveling, with this in mind. So the two things that I've changed is one, there's now a self-cast loadout that you can find over here. The self-cast loadout includes two things. One, the links that you want for cluster grenade. We are using multi-shot, not Nova projectiles, because Nova projectiles 1 doesn't give you any additional projectiles, and Nova projectiles 2 doesn't work on cooldown skills. You can't actually put it into cluster grenade. I tested it. So we're using multi-shot because of that. And then with that in mind, we are now using cooldown recovery nodes on the tree. So these two and these two here, and these ones up here. And I've also updated the level 71 that you have in maps where you're using cluster grenade for maps. And this should be approximately what your tree looks like. I noticed that POB doesn't really have, I don't think it actually syncs the levels up correctly sometimes, but just kind of use this as a general gist. Don't use these levels as exactly what level you should be at, but use them as a general gist of how to progress the skill tree, like how to basically get further into your skill tree or your passive tree. But yeah, so I'm not going to make this one too long, but this build was absolutely absurd for leveling. You'll see in the clips, I'll put all my kill bosses, all my act bosses, all my interlude bosses in the right after this, but the build is absolutely crazy for leveling. But you have to fish very, very hard for a good weapon, and kind of it's all information that have been provided here and in my previous video. So go check that out if you're interested. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I just wanted to make this to make sure that you know that cluster grenade was heavily nerfed in terms of, sorry, Mortar Cannon was heavily nerfed in terms of how it feels to play. And I highly recommend you self-cast cluster grenade for quality of life. And just pointing out for this level 7, you are going to this node here. And that will all be respec once you swap over to the Gas Nade setup. And I'll talk a little bit about respecing now. Alright, so about respecing. When should you respec to gas grenade? Like change spec, right? Over here I've put the information. You want have a lot of supports ready and gems ready. And then you want your Plague Bearer to be high level. You want a good pure physical damage crossbow. And you want a ton of gold. These new attack nodes are actually all not really that good, so we can ignore that. But I'm going to walk through the footage of when I was respecing. The first thing you'll notice is, one, it costs a ton of gold. You'll be respecing around 63 points, which is like a 200k gold, right? You actually need to respec a bit more than this, so I recommend generally probably like 250 to 300k gold saved up before you start respecing. This is, I think, around level 78. So the gold spec costs for like maybe 2.5k per respec. You also need to respec the Pathfinder nodes here to grab the what do you call these? Like the stun resistance sprinting ones over here. So this is what this looks like. And we'll just let this play. And we'll just put it on 2x just to walk through what you actually do. So 1, click respec. And then 2, start specking the tree based on the POB I have in the description below for leveling. In that case, that would be this Gas Nade T15 rush setup. That's level 90, but you can use a lower level 1. But I recommend you check out my updated video because the skill tree is actually changed here. There's like new stuff that allows you to path down here differently. So go check that out and look at the skill tree in that video instead, because that is for 0.4. POB is not updated for 0.4 at the moment. So it's not really that special. It's literally just respecing points. I'm just gonna like 6x it because like there's really not much to talk about. Just looking at the POB, making sure the weapon set passives are correct, making sure the points are correctly assigned, blah blah blah. That's really it. So once you respec all your points, we'll skip through all of that. It's time to actually put on your gems. So in my case, I had a crossbow ready that was crafted. I swapped it out. It's a pure fizz crossbow that you'll see in my tier 15 update video. And I had all my gems lined up, like based on my POB, right? So we have Ghost Dance, Herald Plague, Plague Bearer, 3 supports ready. These are my main supports for Gas Nade. These are my Shock Plasma Blast supports. These are my Despair supports. They're all sorted out, right? I had them all planned out, ready to go. And then literally take all the gems out, put them in my stash, put all the new gems in, put the right supports in. That's literally it. Very straightforward to do. And the main thing is you need to make sure you have enough gold. That's kind of the main concern. So in terms of pitfalls, I don't really think there's any significant pitfalls for this respec. It's pretty straightforward. One thing I will just note is that when you're respecing the weapon set 2 passives, you want to click int. So you want to click as much int as you can because you need that for the spare in your weapon set 2. But aside from that, you just want to have a lot of gold for the respec, and remember to lock your weapon for both sets that you can see over here. So that's really it. You see here, I respec, I do a map. And we'll see if we can find the boss. I think it was like near the end here. I go back for the expedition. Alright, the boss is right here. Should I place at normal speed? This was the immediately respect kill that I have on a boss. So it's more or less fine. The respec went pretty well. The build ended up being okay, no issues at all, and it was very good for expeditions because the poison proliferation effect, where if you poison prolif, it just like makes expeditions very nice to do. However, this expedition was not really a good example because it was a very sparse expedition. Okay, but yeah, that's going to wrap it up for me speaking in this video. I will now put all my act kills in the basically after this, and you just skip ahead with timestamps, etc. But yeah, hope you had a good league start. If you are following this build, hope this helps. I think it was important to get this out because they actually did change Mortar Cannon pretty significantly. So yeah, I'm going to go off to bed and I'll be up tomorrow to keep playing because, again, it's pretty fun this league, enjoying it a lot. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for me speaking, and go check out the clips for the act kills if you would like to see how much damage they were doing. Cool, I'm out.
We need. Kill her, and you shall have everything I promised.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head by easy prey. You'll pay for life. You will falter. Beast, give me what you promised!
I think not. So much more from you. Since you are too weak to do the job, I'll find someone who can. Goodbye, husband.
Manipulative whore! How dare you abandon me after all I've given you! Desolation. Your pulse quickens. The eternal impure. With bloodlust empowered. Our Ezemir endured. But soon all were devoured. In Unethical, death waited at the door. Then hour by hour, men fell as summer soured. Requiem.
Patience.
Freezing terror. I will take out your heart and savor.
The Medicat's blood-bound kicks. Not ready. We're running out of time. In.
My queen! Take the beast! I don't have time for this! Stand! Bend to my will! Impede my enemies!
I don't have enough mana.
Die! Ulashekama!
Asala!
You have accomplished nothing. Oriana will prevail, and the
So, at the eve of the end, the demon of Hansu. I bear the burden for our future. I can't give up. I must save my people.
You know why we're here! It happened! It cannot be stopped!
No, I will succeed. I cannot allow you to interfere. The end of the world is nigh. Inconceivable. You will pay for this!
Another interfering with things they don't understand. You don't belong here. This is a Karui matter.
Where's Mikoru?
As we speak, the ancestors heal her. Enough! The time for talk is over.
Right you are.
Might of the
Let's
Karui! Like Tukohama!
I don't have enough
Dare
mana.
challenge a chieftain! I must be stronger. For the Karui!
Won't get away!
This outsider challenges our way. Aid me, ancestors. Let them know the might of the Karui. I am the true Nakura Makuri. Your head is mine. You will suffer for that. Lend me your strength, Tokuhama! This is not the way. What? Why do you reject me? All I have done in your honor. So be it. I will save my people myself. Outsider! believe so. But we have to move quickly. You must relinquish the weapon.
Soon you will serve our master.
Yes, I
Let
shall
them
dance.
dance. Justice came to the rest. Now it comes to you.
Weasel.
Counts, Thanes, kings. Who's next?
Almost complete.
You would halt the desert's deliverance.
Call yourself a prince, and I'll give you a royal ending.
You meddle with destiny.
I have seen what has come and what will be.
I will see it done. Death from every angle. Meddle with destiny. Our time is now.
Out of mana.
The Pharaoh denied his throne.
Some prince, led like any other. The time of the sparrow has come.
What nonsense do you speak?
No matter. Now you die! Raging Sun!
Stand the test of time.
Suffer for this! Oh, you!
Enough.
Your precious Dorian.
Let us.
With eggs this big, I hate to see the mother. Another shrine, and still no poker to know more. rather not break my back. Overcome. There you are. Knew you'd come smoking.
You there! Beat that man!
I need more mana. Sometimes. Got no pack space for that.
Over here!